The Communist Party of the Philippines recently put out a statement that I found very perplexing, and one that showed that they definitely don't have the real sense of what it's like on the ground in the first world. They made the statement that the election of Donald Trump will accelerate anti-imperialist struggle. And from what we've seen so far and from what we've seen in the past, this is just simply not true. Here's their actual statement. The American workers and people are bound to intensify their class and democratic struggles with the rise to power of the ultra-rightist Donald Trump amid prolonged capitalist depression and continued worsening of the social and economic conditions of the people. Their struggles are inextricably bound to an intensifying anti-imperialist struggle of people and working class around the world, demanding an end to U.S. hegemonism and the neoliberal policy regime. The idea that the American people are somehow going to become more anti-imperialist as a result of the election of Donald Trump, frankly doesn't make any sense. Everything that we've seen so far has shown that the American people are really only concerned with what Donald Trump may do to them. And some of them, ideas that are wildly exaggerated into the realm of absurdity. The average everyday working American doesn't care about the people who are victims of imperialism. In fact, the average American doesn't even believe that imperialism exists. The idea that this could somehow stimulate more anti-imperialist struggle along the lines that would be helpful to the Communist Party of the Philippines is frankly false. The American people have a consciousness of the American people. They don't see themselves as people that exist within a global community, people that stand as a higher privileged position than the rest of the world. To them, it's theirs. They deserve it for the sheer fact that they're American. We go into the whole American exceptionalism. It's not on the minds of the average people. I mean, look at how many Americans were insistent upon voting for Hillary Clinton and the frankly murderous foreign policy that she's carried out. And these are the people that are opposed to Trump. I'm sorry, but the Communist Party of the Philippines is just outright wrong here. And it certainly demonstrates that they don't really seem to understand what people on the ground in the first world are actually like and what their level of consciousness is. They did, however, make a statement that I can wholeheartedly agree with. The incoming Trump presidency will prove to be fundamentally no different from the Obama regime and past U.S. governments in representing the interests of the monopoly capitalists. It, too, will be confronted with the increasingly insurmountable crisis of overproduction which has gripped the U.S. and the global capitalist system. I have some question as to whether or not there is really an overproduction crisis, but they're absolutely correct when they say that, frankly, Donald Trump won't be that much different from Obama. I don't see any reason to believe that Donald Trump really will be better on foreign policy issues. He can make all the statements that he wants, but the man's not even in office yet. We'll have to judge by what he does when he actually gets there. Did not Obama talk all this superfluous rhetoric about peace and not going to war and being anti-war, only to increase war once he got in office? Come on, people have fallen for this many, many times. But I think when it really comes right down to the way first world people have seen this election and the way that they see their own interests, it is very different from what it is that the Communist Party of the Philippines thinks that it is. Frankly, it comes down to this. Clinton would be nicer to people domestically than Trump. Clinton would be harsher to the victims of the U.S. more than Trump would be. The demand of Clinton to replace Trump is nothing less than a declaration that the comfort of the first world Americans is worth more than the lives of the victims of the U.S. imperialism. If a third candidate was being demanded, there might be an argument to the contrary, but there isn't. If there was any concern for the suffering for the victims of U.S. imperialism, there wouldn't have been an election. There would have been a revolution. First world people don't care about the people that are victimized by their system. They only care about getting more benefits and comforts from it. Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.